It's been said you can judge the caliber of a community by the quality of its health care. Well, if that's true, then LA, as evidenced by Hospice House, the state's first inpatient hospice facility, is world class.
This particular hospice house cares for people who are at the end of their life but that are in crisis. So it's what we call the general inpatient care. So it's short term, it's not necessarily the last weeks of life, but if they're in the hospice program and they're either in a lot of pain or having symptoms that they can't manage at home, or family are having a difficult time, then they come to the house for a short period of time. I think this facility is extremely unique. There was a lot of forethought in terms of creating a place that was like home. So we have 14 suites that allow for families to stay in the room with the patient. It's really set up to make people feel as much at home as possible.
What we now have in this community, not only here, but St. Mary's as well, is you really don't have to leave Lewiston-Auburn for many medical conditions. Most things that patients need can be handled locally. When we started the heart program here at CMMC, it really was an effort to meet the needs of the community. It was a program that was pretty high profile. It got a lot of publicity. It was to be the third heart program in the state of Maine. More and more patients were getting heart disease, and they all had to drive to Portland to get that service. And our motto is kind of quality care close to home. And why can't we have that service here? And when we started talking about it, I was just overwhelmed by the support we got, not just from these communities, from this region. Patrick Dempsey was born in Central Maine Medical Center, and his mother was treated here on several occasions for cancer. And when he was in California and his mother was under treatment, he felt at a loss, not at a loss what was being done medically, but he needed information. He wanted to, should we tell our little kids? How should we handle this? And he couldn't find it. He couldn't find the information he needed, the support he needed. And so, after several years, what he really decided to do was to fund the Dempsey Center for Hope and Healing, which essentially would provide services to cancer patients and their families other than those things that are typically supported by insurance. Support groups, education, a website where they can get information, transportation, anything that those patients or families need that are going through this cancer journey, we want to develop this center to be able to support. Things are happening here. I'm proud to be part of this community. What we've done the last 5, 6, 7 years is remarkable to me. And I feel we're part of that, and I like being a part of that.
St. Mary's Health System also has a long history of meeting the healthcare needs of Lewiston-Auburn, supporting families as they begin at the Family Birthing Center, and providing many other services throughout life, including radiology, intensive care, prevention and wellness, and the important work done at the Center for Cancer and Blood Disorders and more. And St. Mary's continues to make plans to meet LA's healthcare needs.
One of the exciting projects that we have on the drawing board is a new emergency department. We are going to be doubling the size. Also, our old model is a traditional model where there's not a lot of privacy. The new emergency department will provide a lot of privacy for patients. The B Street Health Center in downtown Lewiston was established to provide for the primary care needs of people living in that neighborhood. And we really feel that that community is now being served. One of the exciting projects that we have on the drawing board is a major new facility we're going to be developing in Auburn. It will include our occupational health program, which we call WorkMed, which is our workplace program where we go into companies throughout the Lewiston-Auburn area and provide health care right on site for employees. The Center for Joint Replacement is totally unique in the state of Maine. It's clearly state-of-the-art in terms of technology. It's comfortable. Every room is a private room. The furniture is designed to be as home-like as possible. With the aging population, more and more people find that they need to have their knees and hips replaced. And and that's why we developed this center.
What we've done over the last 5 years really is we've sort of really stretched the envelope in terms of minimally invasive surgery to the point now where, for instance, with a hip operation, we can do a hip operation, usually through an incision about 2.5 to 3.5 inches long, depending upon the size of the patient. And the patient's recovery is significantly enhanced by that.
Here at the center, after a patient receives a joint replacement, the process is pretty intense. We try to get people up and moving as quickly as possible, really teaching them how to get up and moving it on their feet, learning how to get in and out of bed, learning how to walk with crutches and a walker, and if they need to, learning how to get up and down stairs.
The physical therapy team here at St. Mary's really does an excellent job. They're really unparalleled.
The difference here at St. Mary's with our Center for Joint Replacement is that we have had former patients help not only design a new unit, but also design the program. And what we have learned is, as we start to include patients more intimately in their care, patients are more satisfied, the family members are better satisfied, the whole quality of the care that they receive is that much better.